Welcome to the Humanergy Leadership Podcast. My name is David Wheatley. We're here to talk leadership in small, bite-sized and practical chunks. Enjoy.
In this episode, I just want to pose the thought that intuition or gut feeling is simply subconscious pattern recognition. There's a number of articles online that you can find if you Google this, but I heard something on the BBC that triggered this as something I've been thinking about for years, because it goes back to my policing days when I can remember driving the area car with a guy called Barry. Barry was an old sweat who was a great judo guy and had been around for a long time. And it's nighttime, we're driving along the road, and all of a sudden he does a U-turn in the middle of the road. And I say, "What is it?" And he says, "Oh, it's just my gut tells me it's worth having a look down there." And my thought was, Barry, that's great. And there's got to be something else, because that's useless to me as the young cop. I don't learn anything from that. So can you break it down and tell me what it was? And when he thought about it, he said, well, there's a street light out down that road, and there was a car parked under it, and there's normally not. And there was information at the morning meeting in the evening meeting that briefed us that there'd been burglaries down here. So it's worth a look. Well, all of a sudden, he's made visible the pattern and the thinking that he described as his gut, which then becomes useful for a young cop to learn, oh, if I tie these things together, then I can pursue that. I can pull that thread and see what happens. Quite often we get that intuitive, that gut feeling that something's going on. And what I encourage people to do is to stop, take a pause for a minute, and allow that subconscious pattern to emerge. What are you seeing? What's going on there that's making you think that way, feel that way? What patterns are you actually seeing, but you're not processing straight away with your conscious mind? And if you give yourself that moment to think about it and actually take the time, maybe write some things down, talk through it, you might find that the pattern recognition comes to the fore. And then you can not only put the data in place to make a good decision, but you can potentially help somebody else work out those patterns and look for those things as well. So whenever that happens, whenever I have that gut feeling about something, that intuition about something, I try to stop and think, what am I seeing? What's going on that my subconscious mind has clocked that I haven't brought to the fore of my thinking yet?
That was the Humanergy Leadership Podcast. My name's David Wheatley. For further information about Humanergy, go to humanergy.com or check out our latest book, What Great Teams Do Great, from all good bookstores. Have a good one. Stay healthy.